You, yes you, are you an unhinged psychopath who yearns for a fragrance that's so strong it will destroy everyone else in close proximity to you? Good news. Today, everything I'm gonna share with you will do just that. Psychopath approved. Nice. Hey friends, Ash here, welcome back to Gents. Hope you're well. As you can see, the large table has returned. Previously, there was a small table just down here where you couldn't see it, but some people wanted the big table back, so here it is. It feels weird though, you're so far away. I used to be just right there, just right at the camera, and now, oh, dang. I guess I could scoot this forward a little bit. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Like 6 months from now, at some point it'll be dialed in, probably. So everything I'm gonna talk to you guys about here today is gonna be linked down there in the description, so feel free to check them out down there. No particular order, we're starting off with a little bit of an honorable mention because this one is not as strong as anything else that we're gonna talk about here today, but it is a really solid under the radar cheapie. You can pick this up about 20 bucks or so. And it's one that essentially nobody is really rocking out there, so if you have it, it can be a little secret weapon of sorts. It's from Azzaro, but it's not a chrome, and it's not a wanted or most wanted. No, it's a Solarissimo, right? Everybody is rocking their Solarissimo fragrances nowadays. And this one is called Maritimo, and it is an eau de toilette. The note breakdown on this one is pretty simple. You've got citrus off the top, you have aquatic notes in there as well, which you would figure because of this blue bottle and the name and everything. Essentially, it is an aquatic citrus woody scent profile. Nice little touch of sweetness in there, very fresh, clean, easy to wear. And for the most part, this is doing its own thing. It smells decently unique, all things considered, but you can find some similarities between this and fragrances like Acqua di Gio, Bulgari's Aquamarine, or even some of the light blue flankers from yesteryear. So that one, starting us off easy, not too strong. Strong enough for a really cheap, fresh eau de toilette. I mean, it gets the job done, longevity's okay, but we need more. So the first fragrance that's really gonna get us started on this journey of debauchery is Sauvage, the eau de toilette. Look, everybody knows Dior Sauvage is strong. And everybody knows at this point that Sauvage Elixir is crazy strong, but the eau de toilette does sometimes get overlooked a little bit because it was the first one out. It is still obviously extremely popular, one of the best-selling fragrances of all time for men. It's just sometimes Sauvage eau de toilette does not get talked about anymore when we're talking about beast fragrances. But it should be. This stuff lasts forever and it will easily fill up a room. So a lot of people out there might be thinking, Sauvage is popular. Everybody buys it, everybody knows the smell. It's safe. I'm gonna go ahead and wear this to my office job. I'm gonna spray myself down, make sure it lasts through the day, you know? Maybe give myself 8 sprays, maybe 10. Mistake. You're gonna get called into HR. There's gonna be emails going around the office. Who is it that has that fragrance on? And when you see that email pop up, you're gonna know it's you. I had that happen in the past. It's awkward. Email pops in and you're just like, I gotta use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Head into the bathroom, turn the sinks on. It's like you're trying to wash the fragrance off, like you've got, I don't know, acid on your skin. Like you've somehow landed on an alien planet and something is seeping in through your pores and you're trying to get it off. It doesn't work. Legitimately, I think fragrances, they know. They know when you're trying to wash them off because you sprayed too much and they're like, nah, I ain't going anywhere. You're gonna learn today. Yeah, so Sauvage, crazy strong, lasts forever. Obviously very fresh. You've got that black pepper in there, citrus, ambroxan. Has kind of a metallic woodiness to it. And yeah, if you're looking for something strong, can't go wrong with that. Look how little I look. This whole room's swallowing me up now. Enhance, enhance. Okay. Next one, real quick, a clone fragrance, but it is really, really strong. And it's one that doesn't get talked as much as the typical beast mode clones out there. This one is called After Effect. This is by French Avenue, and it says right there on the front, Extrait de Parfum. So we had ourselves a couple of eau de toilettes to kick things off here. One of them not insanely strong, just a little appetizer. But now we're going Extrait de Parfum, we're going loud, we're going strong, we're going bold. Now, it's pretty obvious what this is a clone of. It's named after effect, it's got this color scheme and everything. Side effect, right? So in terms of notes, what we've got cooking here is rum, tobacco, saffron, cinnamon, sandalwood. It has a lot of sweetness to it. It has a touch of smokiness. It's like almost cough syrupy sweet when you first spray it on. Not in an unattractive way. It's appealing, it's compliment pulling, it's loud. But just be aware that it does have that kind of cough syrup vibe, just like Side Effect has. So if you're going somewhere warm and you spray this on a lot, ooh, save it for fall and winter. Really good evening scent too. Just don't go crazy, man. Be cool. Everybody be cool. Now this one obviously very inexpensive from discounters, and you know the drill. If you shop at the discounters, you've got to use deal coupons. Unless you want to pay the full retail discounted price, that's not retail, when you could be getting the discounted discounter price, which is way less than retail. That just makes sense. So use those codes if you shop at JOMASHOP, Gift Express, or any of the other stores to save yourself some money. Up next, we're keeping it a little fresh, but also sweet and kind of warm at the same time. It's Coach Platinum. This is an eau de parfum. So now we got an extrait, eau de toilette, and eau de parfum so far. And while this does have kind of an ambroxany cashmerean scent profile, it also has some other things going on that keep it a little interesting. For example, there's pineapple in here off the top. There's also juniper, has vanilla as it dries down, also leather. So a multitude of different things. Now, one thing I do need to say about this fragrance, for some people, it is not that strong off their skin, but off mine, it always has been. Good projection, nice longevity, great for spring, summer, and fall, good daytime fragrance or evening scent. Funnily enough, it has drawn some comparisons over the years to Sauvage. Yeah, Sauvage Eau de Toilette, just with a little twist, a little change. More vanilla, that pineapple, the juniper, giving it a different twist, maybe a little bit cleaner with a nice warm sweetness underneath. But we need something different now. No more Sauvage, no more Sauvage type fragrances. At least Sauvage Eau de Toilette. No more Sauvage Eau de Toilette style fragrances yet. This next scent, very strong, great performance. It does have one issue though. It's hard to find at discounters sometimes. And actually that goes for pretty much all the fragrances in this line. They oftentimes pop up at discounters, sell out, and then they're not back in stock for who knows how long. The fragrance is Kenzo Homme Eau de Parfum. I also like Kenzo Homme Santal Marin, which is back there somewhere, and that one seems to pop up even less frequently. Now, as I said, Kenzo Homme Eau de Parfum is loud. It is strong. It's an aquatic scent, but not in your typical freshy shower gel aquatic style. And that's kind of reflected in the note breakdown, which is a stupefied, dumbed down 3-note note breakdown, leather, patchouli, and then aquatic notes. So yeah, that's where the aquatic aspect comes in. You would expect it to be paired up with like citrus, and maybe apple, lavender, maybe a little touch of driftwood or something like that. Geranium. Did I say geranium twice? I don't think so. That's what you usually think of. That's what you think of when it comes to aquatics. Instead, Kenzo is like, how about 3 notes, okay? We got leather, we got patchouli, and then aquatics. But their middle finger of doing things a little bit differently actually works out pretty well. It does have an interesting sweetness to it, which looking at that note breakdown, you probably wouldn't expect, but it definitely has a lingering sweetness from the opening into the dry down. It's done by Quentin Bish, and if you're familiar with his work, then you're gonna pick up some of his trademarks in the scent here. This bit of minerality that works through with the leather aspect in here. And as far as scents that you can wear basically all year, even during summer, it is strong. Next up, another clone. This one is Rayhan's Lion. Little unassuming to an extent. I mean, it has this like plastic lion bro on the front. It does have a magnetic cap, so that's nice. That's pretty strong too. It really slams down. Obviously, being a clone fragrance, quite affordable, and it is a clone of Ultramall, which is already a strong fragrance. And there are also other strong clones of Ultramall out there, like Offnon's 9 p.m. But if you're after just like the strongest, most roided out Ultramall, this has a strong case at being that scent. It packs a punch and a push, and it lasts forever. So you're going to get that sweetness mixed with freshness, just like from Ultramall. Big compliment puller, good for fall, good for winter, good for spring, daytime, or evening, especially good as a night out scent. And once again, another fragrance, as you can see by the notes here, that blends together fresh aspects with sweet aspects into something that just attracts people like a magnet. And honestly, with the note breakdown, you pretty much, you could look at Ultramall and be like, oh yeah, okay, I see. And in terms of quality, this one much higher than Rayhan's earlier offerings. So if you're looking for just a really beast mode Ultramall clone for cheap, check that one out. Back into the realm of the designer fragrance. We're gonna go with this one, 212 VIP Men. I have the comically oversized bottle here. As you can see, this was one of those days where it was like, oh, the really huge one is only like $5 or $10 more than the 100 ml. I'll get that because it's a better deal. Yay. So this scent right here was at one point a massive clubbing fragrance. Really, really popular, just in general, night out scent that everybody was reaching for. And over time, it has kind of lost its luster a little bit. You know, people not wearing it as much, not talking about it as much, but it still works. It's got a really interesting note breakdown compared to a lot of things coming out nowadays. Like a lot of fragrances nowadays, extremely boring, 3 notes, like we kind of just talked about with the Kenzo. This one has a top of passion fruit, pepper, ginger, lime as it dries down, mint, vodka, gin, woods, leather, and amber. I mean, that's decently unique, I feel like. They put 2 notes of booze in there. Look, they knew it was gonna be used in the club and during a night out. I mean, they weren't really hiding it, right? So with this one, I gotta say the opening, like the first 15, 20 seconds kind of sucks. When you spray it on, it just doesn't really have a fragrance behind it. It smells like rubbing alcohol or like vodka. Now, maybe that's where that note comes from. They were like, look, I don't know how to dial in this first like 20 seconds. And they were like, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna put alcohol as one of the notes. Then when they smell it, we go like, that's the alcohol that you're smelling. Do you see? And then they'll be like, oh yeah, you're right. It's pretty cool. We're gonna use it as a selling point. But legitimately, like 20 seconds in, that dissipates and then the fragrance opens up, smells much, much, much nicer, which honestly, it'd be pretty hard not to smell nicer than rubbing alcohol, to be fair. You get that bit of fruitiness, fresh spice, good amount of sweetness, a little clean aromatic touch along the edge, not like really herbal, not green, more brisk, uplifting. That mintiness comes through. You get a little bit of warm spice as it dries down, actually warms up, sweetens up a little bit as it dries. So again, you get that mix, that freshness, that sweetness that people love. And to boot, the performance, great. Now a newer one, it is the new Explorer. The Extreme Explorer. So this one is a parfum, so I think that means we've hit pretty much everything, right? Eau de parfum, eau de toilette parfum, extrait de parfum. Now when this was announced, everybody, myself included, figured it's gonna be Absolute Aventus, but it's really not. It's actually a little bit closer to Sauvage. Yeah, but not that one, Sauvage Elixir. So that counts. Earlier I said no more Sauvage eau de toilette. No breakdown, really simple here. You basically got citrus, you've got patchouli, you've got leather, amber, and a little bit of a woody aspect as well. Performance is really solid. The more that I've had this, I've worn it a few more times, and it does project quite well and last a long time. Also, it is a little bit smoother than Sauvage Elixir. It's not quite as aggressively woody spicy. Also has like a faint touch of earthiness in there as well. Quality is good, and it's one of those ones that you could say, well, Mont Blanc, I mean, you know, you're not really trying to push the envelope here. You're not giving us anything too terribly new, but it does smell pretty good, especially if you like Sauvage Elixir. So it's one of those ones that if you enjoy that fragrance, as I do, then as time goes and you wear it more, you start to go, it does smell pretty nice though. Next up, Soul of Bali by Swiss Arabian. So this one doesn't smell like anything that I own. Only reason I bring that up is because Swiss Arabian to most people is known as a clone house. So you would think, okay, well, what's it a clone of? Kind of doing its own thing. It's another extrait de parfum, and when you look at the note breakdown, it looks like it's gonna be a tropical explosion. It's got mango, it's got rhubarb, it's got pineapple, it has citrus. So you're thinking to yourself, oh, it's gonna be like really sweet, really fresh, very fruit cocktail-esque. And it does have a nice sparkly fruitiness in there, but it's not as in your face as you would expect from the note breakdown. And in actuality, it's like a blend of fresh spices that turn into warm spices as it dries, woods, aromatic notes, and yes, those sparkly fruits. Also has amazing performance, as you would expect from an extrait de parfum, especially for a fragrance that's more for summertime. And it's pretty unique as well. The only thing with this one is you have to understand going in that it is not going to be a fruit powerhouse. Like I said, the fruit's there, but it's kind of working alongside all those other things at the same time. As long as that works with you, you have something here that has great performance that people do enjoy, that's also going to be a bit different than most of the other summertime scents out there. Now, another newer fragrance myself, Absolute, which is freaking pricey. So I bought mine off eBay. What's funny is at the time I was like, oh, don't pay these prices, man. These prices on eBay are crazy. And it was like $210 or something. And then it came out full retail at the US and it's like, oh, that's just the price. Oh, yeah, you want a 100 mil? $210. Ah! So, oh, there goes $5. Ooh, 5 more.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
With this one, you can tell it's a myself fragrance. That orange blossom is there. You can pick it up right away. You also have a nice citrus and ginger note in here. Decently sweet, actually. A little bit more so, I would say, than the original myself. Not quite as smooth as the original, but definitely outperforms the original. And I know a lot of people are gonna smell this and be like, I don't think it's different enough from the original myself to exist, but it does kind of take myself on a different path. And I think for a lot of people, this could actually be an even better compliment puller for whatever that's worth because of that additional sweetness that it has and the additional projection. We're gonna finish things with this guy right here, L'Homme Idéal L'Intense by Guerlain. I wanna show a little love to the L'Homme Idéal line since it doesn't look like it's in a great place. Knock on wood, hopefully it comes back strong and we get some new ones. But yeah, this one gets overlooked sometimes. You know, a lot of people go for Extreme or the Eau de Parfum. I somehow sprayed the front of my bottle. Do you see that? But this version also really, really nice. Now this is the original bottling, this black bottle. If you buy it nowadays, it's gonna look like this right here. In terms of notes, you have chili pepper in there, of course, almond. You have cardamom, leather, rose, tonka bean, vanilla, sandalwood, and a little bit of a smoky feel as well. So it's decently dark, but also sweet. It's rich, it's masculine, it's classy, sophisticated, sexy, all at once. Longevity, really good. Projection, above average as well. Maybe not like a screaming demon as far as the projection goes, but you spray a few sprays of that on, you're gonna get noticed. So finishing off with this one right here, and then a quick shout out to Phantasm as well, by Mugler, which Phantasm, if you haven't smelled it, smells a little bit similar to Pure Tonka, an old discontinued Mugler. It's also got that Mugler Amen DNA, the original one, in there as well, which smells great. Done in a more modern way, very warm, sweet, rich, and with solid performance. And the price on this when it was new was cheap. It has gone up, unfortunately, but even at full retail, it's still pretty affordable. So there we go, guys. There are some fragrances right there that can help you fill up a room. Some better for spring, summer, some better for fall, winter. It's a little bit of everything. I want to thank you guys for hanging with me here today. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. See you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.